yeah, just to preface what we're doing, we're talking about should we be playing Kai'Sa, and we're talking about the origin of like when Kai'Sa is good. So Kai'Sa is good when you have a dive composition. She has mixed damage, and there's something else we're looking for right now.
I think she's got quite good like what do you call it, like self heal, because she's got the E and the ult.
Okay, I agree. I wouldn't say again that that's Kai'Sa specific. So Zeri has E, Corki has W, Xayah has ult, Yunara has ult E, Jinx has chompers, but probably not as good as Lucian has repetitive dashes with enough CDR. So, and you're kind of proving my point. Like, the point that I'm trying to make is that we don't have to play Kai'Sa. In the spots where Kai'Sa is good, we can play a different character.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So,
yeah,
I'm not saying to you that you shouldn't play Kai'Sa if you enjoy playing Kai'Sa. But if you want results right now, Kai'Sa is not going to be the best for you. I promise. Because
I agree,
the way you win on Kai'Sa is by being a psycho. It's by playing in a psychotic style. You're constantly trying to fight. You're constantly trying to trade. To be honest, I think Kai'Sa works a lot better at a bit higher elo, because the supports know how to all in better. If you're playing Kai'Sa and you're outranged, let's say you're playing Kai'Sa versus Ashe, which is a hard lane matchup. If your support doesn't set up a good all-in and you don't play the all-in well, you don't get to play the game. And I'm sure you've experienced it in some of these games. When you're playing Kai'Sa and you're outranged, you just can't do anything. You're just waiting to, like this game for example, I imagine you're just waiting to lose. You have a full dive comp. It's a great Kai'Sa game. Great Kai'Sa game. Good like reasonable 1v1. They're all pretty low range except Jinx and Hui. You have good tools to get on them with Orianna plus Wukong. And I guarantee you, if I watch this game out, you got low in lane, you couldn't lane, you didn't base at the right time, your support didn't all in well, and then Jinx just 1v9 the game.
Yeah.
So I'm not telling you to or not play Kai'Sa, to play Kai'Sa or not to not play Kai'Sa, but all I'm saying is you can be a reasonably high elo player without playing Kai'Sa.
Yeah.
In the spots where Kai'Sa is important, you can play something else. So let me give you an example, right? Let's say you're a player that can't play Varus, and you can't play Ashe, and you can't play Jhin, right? And you can't play Sivir. It's like 4 kind of characters that revolve around you playing for the team or being a bit more utility heavy. Having strong laning phase, offering some CC with Varus ult, offering vision with Ashe ult, engage with Ashe ult, follow up with Jhin W ult, things like this, right? If you can't play any of those characters, you will run into problems if you try to play competitive. Because if the meta shifts and those are the OP champions, you end up always needing to counterpick, playing your Corki, playing your Sivir, maybe playing some Lucian, do you know what I mean? Maybe playing mages, and then so the point is, can you play the archetype of character that will allow you to function if you played on a competitive team? And again, it comes back to my point that, like, you don't have to play Kai'Sa, okay? Now, again, if you like playing Kai'Sa, play Kai'Sa, but do you like playing Kai'Sa enough to be Diamond 1 when you could be 500 points? It's a serious question, you know? Because I do think that Kai'Sa is going to make it really hard for you to climb. Partially because of the way you play the game, you're a bit more risk adverse than most players, and Kai'Sa heavily punishes that and heavily rewards players that squeeze. Makes sense?
Yeah, it does definitely.
So yeah, like from what I've seen so far, I kind of agree with you. You're going for a more holistic approach where you want to learn a lot more characters and stuff, but you're changing way too often.
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
Like, let's say you get really good at Kai'Sa now, right? Like, let's say your win rate right now is like, let's just say 35%, like, or something around there, even though it's 30 over the last 20 something games. Even if you get to a point where you're playing a 60% win rate Kai'Sa in low master, if you play Kai'Sa at 400 LP, you're not going to be having 60% win rate. I guarantee it too. Because it's not a champion that you can coast by in the game. It's not a champion where you can just exist and then win. Even if you're outskilled, you have to be the one pressuring to win the game. I mean, it's kind of not true at a high rating, and I can give you an example that, like, I went to Korea in 2019, right? And I got to high elo, and I played against Ruler, and he was playing Jinx. Kai'Sa was OP on the patch, and I played against him twice in a row where he was obviously trying to figure out a counter to Kai'Sa because Kai'Sa was OP. So I was abusing the OP, and he was trying to find, you know, what's good into it. So he played 2 games of Jinx, and I beat him both times. And I remember reviewing the games and thinking like, hey, I didn't outskill this guy at all, but I did my job. And I looked at the difference in supports, and I had a support player that engaged perfectly every single time. And all I had to do was stand there, hit them, do damage, ult in if I'm not gonna run the game down and into die. And like at the end of the game, I was like, I don't know, like 12-2 or something. I hard carried the game, but it wasn't me. You're not going to get that treatment in this elo range. Okay? Your support doesn't know what to do. So, try to play champions that make your support's life as easy as possible while also pressuring the enemy team to have to do something to kill you. Sivir's OP. Varus is going to be probably good because teams are not good at engaging. Xayah's super OP. Aphelios is super OP. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Maybe not Aphelios. Aphelios is OP right now, but maybe not in this elo bracket. Like, I think Tristana's probably pretty good because people are not that good at laning. Yeah, you get my point. So, again, I'm not trying to dissuade you from playing Kai'Sa, but just try to figure out what you want right now. If you want elo, you should not be playing Kai'Sa.
Yeah, I understand that, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. On that note, we have 3 Kai'Sa games. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And look, even if you end up not playing Kai'Sa, right?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm not looking at a Kai'Sa Sona game. That's a waste of time. This is gonna be more macro focused because we're playing bot against Yumi. Do you understand why I say that?
Yeah, because the lane's kind of like...
It's hard to move them. If the enemy team doesn't want to die, they won't die.
Yeah.
Makes sense? This game is probably more volatile. You have Bard. This one's probably good to look at. You have actually a reasonable matchup. They have slight 80 counter and you have slight sub counter. I think this is probably the best game. Let's have a look at it. Not to say that it's not worthwhile looking at games where the draft isn't perfect, but you are hostaging your teammates when you pick Kai'Sa. If they're not interested in playing engage, which a lot of them won't be, and then they have to engage well, like I just don't see it, man. Kai'Sa, unless you're duo Q abusing, it's just not it.
Okay.
That's my opinion, eh? Don't take it as the gospel. Like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah. At the end of the day, you need to make your own mistakes and be your own person, but I'm pretty confident in what I'm telling you. Okay. What just happened?
Rakan got Q'd and E'd. Well, Q'd by Braum and E'd by Tristan.
Okay, so let's simulate. Remember what I always tell you about at the start of the game. What should you do? Who wins all into the death?
All into the death. They win because they're Braum. Level 1.
Wow, that means Braum's pretty OP, no?
I feel like level 1 he's pretty good.
Does that mean Braum can get pushed in every matchup?
You get push. No.
So then you're telling me, right, that Braum is OP if you fight him to the death, but he's not good at pushing.
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me? Okay, so like I kind of agree with you and I kind of disagree with you. Okay.
Okay.
Will Rakan die if she takes full Tristana bomb damage?
No.
Okay. How long is Tristana's bomb cooldown?
Quite high in level 1.
Is it higher than Kai'Sa's Q?
Yeah.
So, if there's an all-in scenario, you're telling me that you get 2 Qs, he gets 1 Q, unless we extend past a certain time, which is T, right?
Yeah.
Now, their focus is on who?
Rakan.
Okay, and Rakan, once this guy uses his spells, he's effectively useless, right? He has nothing else, no other juice to offer. This guy isn't. This guy has passive plus Q.
Yeah.
Do you see how I'm conceptualizing this? If they decide to use all their damage on Rakan, what's happening to you? You're ramping your lethal tempo. You're going to get probably 3 Qs off if the fight extends.
Yeah.
And if he's going to get 2 E's off, sorry, it's getting a little complex. But do you see how I'm visualizing?
Yeah.
You are monster OP in extension, right?
Yeah.
Now, they've used everything on your Rakan. Your Rakan started fucking E, dude, in this matchup.
Yeah.
Because you're showing him, for one, that he should be scared.
Yeah.
With your clicks, you're completely afraid of ghosts when you completely stomp them right now.
Okay.
Level 1 Tristana is completely worthless, and I want to give you an example. Do you know what good Tristana players do when they're playing in lane? It's kind of a general
level
question.
one?
Yeah.
They normally don't take any spell
Why? Tell me exactly why.
because if they get pushed, then the E is bad because it like messes up their ability.
Yep, so if they get pushed in, it's harder for them to CS, that's one part. And what's the next part? That if they push and they can't all in, they get frozen on. And every
Yeah.
time he hits a minion, he's naturally slow pushing the wave.
Yeah.
So, by extrapolation of that logic, Tristana is not that strong level 1.
Mhm.
You, on the other hand, are OP in 2 scenarios. Auto Q
Yeah.
and 2 Plasma.
Yeah.
If you can all in and get lethal tempo and rip 2 Plasmas on someone, like, you're gonna stomp them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, again, it's like, when you play Kai'Sa, it's a game of inches to exploit your champion's strengths, and you failed to do so already in a matchup that's easy.
Yeah.
This doesn't look good. Thank God Rakan has exhaust. Could have ended very bad. Okay, so what should you do right now? Trist has no
Five.
spell, right? Trist has no
Yeah.
spell. So now you didn't give her a second order on the bomb. Agree. Now the problem is Rakan has E, right? So maybe it's not actually as easy as you're thinking. But like, why are we trying to dodge this Brom's Q?
Yeah.
So like, if Trist is running straight at you, right? And Brom's running
Yeah.
straight at you, like, I understand. Maybe Rakan needs to block and then try to E you somewhere else. But
Yeah.
here you have 3 lethal tempo stacks. You could probably make it 4 if you play a bit cocky. Maybe they have heal and you have no exhaust now. Maybe there's problems, right? But all I'm
Yeah.
saying is, like, they have no spell. Can you trade? Maybe in this case you can't, but this is definitely a matchup where you should have push, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's watch. Okay. Okay, so can you tell me something that you and Rakan could do on this sequence here?
Like right now.
Right. So just like to be clear, Rakan has E and Q, right?
Yeah.
And I think he's making a mistake. I think he should have W. So under the pretense that he has WE now and no Q, what should he do?
We can kind of like try and hold the wave by like fighting them if they try and push it in.
Okay. Yeah, you could try to hold the wave, but where's the next wave? It's here.
Yeah.
You tank a lot of damage if you try to hold the wave.
Yeah.
And what would holding the wave prevent them from doing?
Crashing.
Yeah, but let's say that you guys start holding the wave here, right?
Mm-hmm.
What can the enemy bot lane do?
They could go ward.
Okay, warding is a conservative approach. They could ward, yes. What else could they do?
I mean, they can invade.
Yeah, we don't know where the enemy jungler is. He started here, could have done 3 camps, could be looking to invade with his bot Briar. We could push Briar out, kill him, and then you guys get slow pushed out. Briar has to go top side because all her bot camps are now gone, and then you guys get ganked on the slow push. Do you see it?
Yeah. Okay.
That sounds shit.
Yeah.
So holding the wave would actually just give them more time to invade you. You need to burn this wave and fog.
Okay.
Or someone needs to ward this to see where they're entering. Make sense?
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
point
that makes
is,
sense.
the way that they can outplay your trade, right, is Braum using E, okay? So when
Yeah.
Braum does this, what Rakan should actually be doing is melee ranging him and just auto-attacking him. And then skill check him with Wing on the spot.
Yeah.
If Braum doesn't get his E off, he might get, you might find an angle to use W. You see it, right?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
all these tiny angles where you need to take their HP when you're playing Kai'Sa. Have to.
Yeah.
And that
Okay.
also requires your Rakan to play good, right?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to detail to you that playing this champion is not simple. Okay, where are you clicking?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no threat on you. Braum has no Q, no Q,
Yeah.
no E or Q. You are effectively God right now. And again, you're 100% HP.
Yeah.
Clicking back. So,
Yeah.
it's a consistent theme that we've been going through. That the direction of your inputs doesn't match the information you see on the screen. Like the story you're telling yourself doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
right? It's like there's a monster on your bed. Now,
Yeah.
now if you're optimizing for results, we can play champions that will punish you less for this kind of habit.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to improve at the game, you need to concentrate on this, and this is not Kai'Sa specific. However, if you cannot do it on Kai'Sa, you will lose every game.
Yeah.
Because the only way to exploit this champion is by playing aggressive,
Yeah.
right? So, nice, love that. That was awesome. What a great trade. Should have happened. You should, like, when Braum is clicking forward like this, you should already be punishing him.
Yeah.
You sub barrier. They cannot kill you. They have no damage. They can't even get you below half. And here you wake up from your zombie state and you realize, oh, I'm strong.
Yeah.
And probably should have been a 2v2 kill here. If the positioning was better. Even then, like, I can tell from your inputs here that you're unsure. Clicking back.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend to avoid Kai'Sa for now. I would solve this problem
Okay.
as a concept, and you can do that on any champion, because I'm sure it's just an ingrained habit of yours that when you don't know what to do, or you just click back. When you don't know what to do, you play no risk.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome by Rakan, flash trading, that was sick. Good reaction by Trist as well. Looks like they're gonna get Dove 2v2. I hope this goes okay. W, she has no flash. Nice. Someone's coming. You guys can probably kill her here if you play good. Flash to Rakan's Q and then barrier. No damage. Nice try. Okay. So, what does Katarina want to do right now? Let's start simple and then let's make it more complex.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
You good?
Yeah. Well, she probably wants to kill me.
Okay. So she wants to kill you, right? And
Yeah.
the chances of her knowing about your summon and spells and stuff is probably not that high. Like in lower elos. I think like in high elo someone will realize this is fucked and just run away. So she probably wants to catch the wave, right?
Yeah.
Now, in this case, you can play it in a few different ways. Like, Katarina doesn't get instant reset on her E, right? You know this? So when she picks this up... No, but even now, she doesn't have E. Not yet. It's like, I don't know, like 1 second? I could be wrong about this. Someone, anyone watching the video, if I'm wrong, tell me. It's about that. Or maybe like 0.6 seconds or something. It stops her from like instant fucking jumping around, hacking, Genji ulting, you know? I don't know if you play Overwatch. But, yeah. So the point is, I like that you held your, Okay, so like, basically, what you need to do here is a few things. The first thing is, like, if you think you're gonna die, you need to flash this damage and get Rakan's heal. That would be optimizing, right?
Yeah.
Now, the other thing that your flash would do in this case is it would give you an isolated Q. Because if you Q right now, it's gonna hit her and this minion.
Yeah.
I think. Maybe it's out of range, you know? Maybe you would isolate Q on Cat. And that's one of your winning conditions. That if you can isolate Q, you need to use it. Because the problem now is you split between 3.
The 3.
1, 2, 3. Right?
Yeah.
And then here is just a damage calculation. Something about your input here, by the way, just a side note, is once you click on her, you should just flash. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that's what I tried to do, but I think I double clicked.
Yeah, the game plays itself. Right here, when you click on her,
Yeah.
if you just flash, it'll auto attack her. Okay. Obviously, you don't have
Yeah, yeah.
damage. Nice try. I hope you base here and don't touch the wave. That's fine. Happens. Okay. You need to base further back because your tempo got fucked by this Katarina roaming. That's fine. Mid jungle lost a lot from this, so you can be happy. Okay. Should you hit the tower on this wave? Let's check. So Tristana showed mid to try fight, and your teammates are winning, right?
Yeah,
So what can you do here?
I can hit the wave. I can hit the tower.
Okay.
I can clear the wave.
Okay. If I was you, right, in this game, I would be screaming for something. Check the map state, and let's figure out what could we do.
We could stop the Tristana from re-entering.
100%. You're telling me we have mid push, Braum is dead, and there's an incoming wave here. She doesn't get to access this entire wave.
Yeah.
And do you know what happens? What does Tristana then do?
She'll probably go like roam me the middle top.
Alright, if she's the most stable player, mental Buddha, yoga, Pilates enthusiast, yeah, maybe he goes roams mid top. Maybe. No,
Okay,
you know what he
yeah.
does? He says to his teammates, come, I need help. You need to help me
Yeah.
catch this wave. And guess what? During that case, this is dewarded, this is dewarded, Briar's basing, and guess where Briar can go?
Top.
To their top camps.
Yeah.
Because their jungler has to defend someone who's not even here. This is called a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
And this is purely based on vision. Does this
Yeah.
make sense? Just
Yeah,
something, do you know K-Corp? I don't know if you watch any competitive.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So this version of K-Corp, in my opinion, are not the best at it, but an old iteration of K-Corp, what they were very good at is they would take the bot river vision, right? They would take this zone, the vision, and then
Yeah.
what we call it is turning the lights out when the enemy team can't see in this zone. And so what their AD carry will do is he'll step like this, and they'll pretend like they're gonna dive bot, but their jungler's soloing dragon.
Yeah.
And so they're putting enemy teams putting resources in to defend a dive that isn't happening.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
So in this case, again, you're missing another window to play aggressively, and this punishes you so heavily when you're playing a champ like Kai'Sa.
Yeah.
If you're playing Siva, if you're playing Zeri, there's no dive happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So why don't you queue right now?
I don't know.
No, but don't assume you're making a mistake. Okay? Let's run through the logic until we figure out are you making a mistake or not.
Yeah.
Under what circumstances would you not use Q here?
If I think I'm gonna need the damage for something out.
Okay, great. So who could you hit? If you weren't hitting Braum right now, who could you hit?
At this point, I mean, not really anyone.
Right.
The Tristana's too far away.
And let's put the logic in that this dragon's gonna die in let's say 1.5 seconds. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's say 1 second. It's gonna die real quick, right? The point
Yeah.
is, for every left input you put, their jungler can put a left input, which means
Yeah.
effectively you cannot catch him.
Yeah.
Which means that your Q is completely worthless unless you hit this guy. And then what's the next argument? Efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Alright? You want to get your Q on cooldown as fast as possible so you can get it back up and use it again.
Yeah.
So it's very simple. That's it. Right.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna get one shot and I can get in range. Okay, I can hold my Q. Perfect. Love it. That's smart.
Yeah.
The reason you're making a mistake, and again, what is the threat on you right now?
None.
Tristana is zoned
No,
out of the
yeah.
fight, right?
Yeah.
Who's coming from this side?
The Cassiopeia and the Katarina probably.
Katarina, right? So if Katarina
Yeah.
jumps in and Cassio is flanking her with W, the fight's lost. What I need you to
Yeah.
understand is when this guy is out of the fight, one of their damage dealers, and he used his one of his aggressive spells to leave,
Yeah.
he's now out of the fight. He can't recross this choke, which means he needs to go
Yeah.
all the way around to fight again. When you see
Yeah.
this should be screaming in your head to play aggressive.
Yeah.
So here, Again, we're kind of clicking.
Yeah.
We're not sure. Rek'Sai, what's he want to do? He's screaming, "Finish the dragon!" Brom's
Yeah.
thinking, "I'll suicide for you. Like I'll just die and you get out."
Yeah.
And you are clicking here. You have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
And once again, you're not even a scratch below full HP.
Yeah.
You don't know what's happening on your screen right now, right?
Yeah.
I don't
Mhm.
know how exactly we can get you to assemble this information faster. What I would say is by
Mhm.
playing the same character every game, the team fights usually play themselves.
Yeah.
Now, alternatively, you might need to expose yourself to more risk here.
Mhm.
And basically what you see is their AD carries out of the fight, so I'm going to play it as aggressively as I can. Like, that's not a
Yeah,
bad way to
okay.
practice sometimes, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
Some players need to reduce their killer instinct or find like integrate it better, and some players need to find it.
Yeah.
And you're a player that needs to find it,
Definitely. Yeah.
right? So if we're going to do that, while I understand your logic in a way of like, I'm going to play a character that forces me to do this to win games,
Mhm.
I'm not sure that playing Kai'Sa is giving you that right now.
Okay.
I think you're playing Kai'Sa like you're playing Sivir.
Yeah.
And then at that point, it's like, why change my character? Why don't I just get better at the fundamentals? And from there, think about learning Kai'Sa later.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Because that
Like,
was
and
my
again-
process.
Okay, look at the situation. Who
Mm-hmm.
is this situation scary for?
For them,
Tell me why.
because they're like sandwiched basically, and their ADC isn't there, and the ADC's dying.
Yeah, the ADC is dying. Look at Briar's HP, 100% on this guy. So what happens is, the enemy team chose the worst place to escape from, right? They're going
Yeah.
this way. So
Mhm.
what's your job?
To not let them.
Your job is to keep them interested. If you go in
Yeah.
now and try to fight them to the death, you'll probably die,
Yeah.
right? If you had flash, maybe you could squeeze a bit harder. Your job is to keep your lethal tempo stacked, and your
Yeah.
job is to punish them as soon as your teammates are ready to play.
Yeah.
Instead, we're eating away, we're Rakan Wing out. The enemy team wants to bounce.
Yeah.
There is no way there's a situation where two of you are running this way and the enemy team is running this way. Someone's wrong.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
And they know, and you don't know.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So let's see how it plays out. Are you guys still able to engage? Oh, look at that, man. From the positioning, I could tell you that this fight was over. Flank,
Yeah.
flank, choke point.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm sure you guys destroy them here. Looks awesome. This is cool, you know? Love
Yeah.
moments in League like that where all four characters are involved and the enemy team is checkmated and you just get to watch them die, you know?
Yeah.
It's very satisfying.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? As soon as Tristana W'd out there and Cassio was on a flank, you should know that fight's winning. And from
Yeah.
that tiny cognitive processing, just play to your limit,
Yeah.
right? It's probably good, so I'm gonna send it, right?
Yeah.
Good. So you don't have to understand the odds perfectly to play aggressively.
Yeah.
You just need to stick to some fundamentals. Okay, choke point,
Yeah.
vision. Do I have ult? Do they have no ult? Like, think just small things, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing right now?
Hitting the tower.
Yeah. For what?
I'm trading tempo for gold.
Well, you're getting gold from this, are you?
No, because the plate's too far away.
So you're trading tempo for what?
Potential gold in the future, I get to hit the tower again, I guess. But basically nothing right now.
Yeah, what I'm gonna say to you is like, okay, so here's my question, right? So I agree with you. I agree with your assessment. You say that I'm trading tempo now for potential gold in the future. Okay.
Yeah.
The score right now is 10 kills to 2. Is there a faster way
Yeah.
to make money than chunking a turret plate for next time?
Killing the enemy.
Sure. So let's go in order of how we could make money fast, right? We want to get rich quick hack. There's an ad that comes up on your Google, on your OPGG thing. So get rich quick hack. How do we get rich quick here?
How do we get rich quick? Well, killing the enemy.
Collecting
Okay,
warriors.
I'm gonna put kill on number 2.
Yeah.
I think there's
I mean,
I think there's a faster way. This is assuming that the enemy is not boosted, okay?
Yeah. Collect waves.
Yeah, but that's so for me. Collecting waves is a weird one because when you're collecting a wave, if you can't dive the other person or you can't deny them, usually they're going to be collecting the wave too, which effectively means
Okay,
that
yeah,
you're
if you
at
can't deny them,
you're
yeah.
at net 0.
Okay. Yeah.
Think what would you do after collecting the wave?
Go into their jungle.
Take their fucking jungle camps, dude.
Yeah.
It's +1 -1,
Yeah.
right? Like your team gets 1 and the enemy team
You're
loses
denying
1.
them, yeah.
So the net
Yeah.
gold is like 150 per camp, which takes 2-3 seconds for the jungle to clear.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, what else? So, jungle camp, kill, anything else?
Tower, I guess. Plate.
Tower, yeah. So, when you're ahead in a game, right?
Yeah.
You do these things. And the plates are a consequence.
Okay.
Does
I
that
see,
make
yeah.
sense? When you're even in the game,
Yeah.
and you have, let's say you know you can't fight dragon, right? Dragon's up. You guys realize you're not strong enough. So what do? You can try to take the plate while they recall.
Yeah.
Because you're trading tempo for resource, knowing that we cannot fight this dragon anyway.
Yeah. If we go into their jungle and kill them or whatever, or force them out, we can just get the plates.
And
Like anything.
maybe you can, or maybe it's better to just recall again.
Yeah.
Plates are like economically how like money is to our society. Like we can just make more money. We can just print more money. Money is not a
Yeah.
scarce resource.
Mm-hmm.
You know, governments can just print more money whenever they feel like it. But
Yeah.
every person that I know, and probably that you know, operates like money is a scarce resource. We need to save it, we need to invest it, we need to hold on to it, and then, but in reality, we can just print more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's an error in thought that this is not the best way to make money.
Yeah.
Making money is by spending money. In the sense of, instead of taking this, go back, get prepared, open a business, get your friends employed, set up some way to pay less tax, and then just run here. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And do something else. Do you understand my
Yeah.
point?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, that's under the presumption that you even got the plate. This is just awful. And I think you
Yeah.
understand this. Like, you don't need me to tell you that. You didn't get anything.
Yeah.
And it's funny now that you're hitting the turret, and then you check the shop. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
I can't buy anything even if I burn my tempo here.
Yeah.
So, if you want to stay here,
Mm-hmm.
what do you need to do?
To make it worth it, I need to get something out of it. I need to get gold.
You need to take the next wave.
Yeah.
Alright? Tristana just spawned and Brom is mid.
Yeah.
You could take the next wave if you wanted to. I don't see the reason. I would just base, open bot, push out, and then shift up. Or if you think the enemy team is going to fight this, just base ASAP and open mid. If Tristana goes mid, then you guys end up having a fight. If Tristana goes bot, you just match. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's like pretty standard pro ADC macro.
Yeah.
Because Tristana is one of those champions that will melt your turret, right?
Yeah.
So you don't want to leave her alone with a tower. Or she'll,
Yeah.
you know, she'll make love to it, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Love this. Why do I like this so much?
Because I'm playing aggressive.
Oh, there's phenomenally this is phenomenally beautiful for multiple reasons. You're cutting off her escape path with your input, and you are level 6 to level 5, so you're trying to play aggressively as humanly possible, and she used her only damage spell on the wave.
Yeah.
Everything here is perfect. You play this as good as Gumayusi would play it. For now.
For now, yeah.
1, 2, great. That's exactly how you would play it. Perfect. Alright. This gets, my feedback here gets really really this is really hard to give you feedback on. Okay, there are some scenarios. Where doing this will be worthwhile, right? Where using an ultimate ability or using something like that will put you in a situation where you can get something in the future, right? It's like chunking the plate and then looking to take it later. Okay,
Yeah.
I need to explain to you under what conditions you should do this. That's my job as a coach right now. So
Yeah.
let's try to brainstorm this. Okay, so why do we chunk Tristana to this HP? What's the point?
To like either force her to recall or force her to basically be like out of the fight,
All right,
like out of any future.
unless you're like a mind reader, unless you're someone who can hypnotize players, you can never force this guy to back. If he decides he wants to stay on 1 HP, he can stay on 1 HP.
Yeah, but then he's not gonna really be offering any pressure.
Okay, yes. Well, actually, he's pressuring you to stay bot and try to do what?
Kill him or
Kill him.
force him out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to chunk this guy for a future
Yeah.
payoff, which is a kill. Now,
Yeah.
you can also say that, hey, like, if he gets low, he should recall. And a rational player should do that. They should probably base if they're in dive threat. Now,
Yeah.
how do we dive another character?
Numbers advantage.
Where are your teammates?
Top.
Are your teammates here to capitalize off this chunk?
No.
So have you exposed yourself to a particular risk by using your ulti now?
Yeah, I don't have my ult.
This is still
future.
dark. We don't know what the enemy team is doing right now. So, under the case that your teammates are ready to dive this guy, if the enemy team covers him bot, you're still gonna have a
Yeah.
good outcome because there'll just be a cold war situation. Your teammates will chill here,
Yeah.
enemy teammates will chill here, no one dives, everyone collects a wave, but you have tempo, right? Because you're pushing
Yeah.
past halfway. Is everything making sense so far?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, the timing in which you want to use a critical spell to chunk him is when your teammates are around to create a situation where either you get plates
Yeah.
if the enemy team doesn't defend, or you dive. You get plates if they do defend,
Yeah.
and you dive if they don't.
Yeah.
Now you're in a. Do you remember what I was talking about with the dragon and the plate scenario, but with turning the lights off?
Like a 2-for-1.
You get a 2-4-1. Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Does everything make sense? I tried my best to explain that, but it probably wasn't the best.
No, I think it makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, so now you're in a situation where you exposed yourself to risk for a potential payout that cannot happen.
Yeah.
And
okay.
if you are a player that is actually risk adverse, you wouldn't do this.
Yeah.
If you're a player that understands how to play game theory optimal, you wouldn't make that decision there. What you would do is you would hold your ulti and you would try to figure out where is the enemy team first.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So your instincts are great. I love that you want to chunk him, right?
Yeah.
And you probably feel like you have some aggression repressed from the whole game. You're like, I didn't get to play aggressive for 9 minutes, and most of which is your fault. And now you're like trying to compensate by like, oh, I see an angle to like be mechanical. I see the enemy jungler. I see cat. Like, let's do it, right? Let's just try. So I need to be careful about giving you feedback to not do this, because on average you never do this. So you had great details to try to play aggressively. Everything was in your favor, right? The problem is the future. You need to make the future a high percentage if you're going to expose yourself to risk. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, I hope that made sense. Perfect, man. 2 people are bot. Alright. What am I gonna say to you here?
Hit the Tristana.
Dude, what should you do right now?
Force the Tristana back.
Just run at this guy. How long does it take for the bomb to explode? There's 2 conditions for the bomb exploding, right?
4 autos.
Time or AAX?
4 autos.
4.
Yeah.
Da da da.
Yeah.
Or da 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 da.
Yeah.
You see? Like I actually use the rhythm in my head when I hear the bomb, by the way. I don't do it based on what I see. I do it based on the rhythm. And the sound.
Yeah.
Great. So you dodged the bomb damage. This guy was useless and this guy used this Q.
Yeah.
So you avoided risk, but you could have avoided risk while punishing them.
Yeah.
And you could have saved this much HP from your tower. You see it?
Yeah.
You're also 2 levels on the enemy AD carry. If you're a great player here and you didn't waste your ulti before and Trist was a bit higher HP, guess what? You could 1v2 them.
Yeah.
Yep. But instead now, you have to play a bit more safe. So good though. Your teammates were playing topside, you didn't die to the enemy jungler, they're wasting the time. They try to dive you and you completely mog them here, I hope. Are you guys diveable 2v4?
Yeah, probably because Khan doesn't have ult, and I don't have ult.
Alright, it was kind of a trick question. I think you are, and you're also not. I think if the enemy team
Okay.
executes perfectly, yeah, they can probably pull off a dive.
Yeah.
But I do think, when I see Tristana waste her bomb like this,
Yeah.
you guys are probably going to be able to outplay. And even if, like, here's the scenario, right? You remember how I told you you wasted your ult before?
Yeah.
Now you have no ult for the dive that you didn't know was happening.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm not telling you to anticipate the dive, I'm telling you to anticipate, well, there's no positive payout to ulting, so maybe in the future you'll have something better. And this is a crazy scenario because it just appeared, right?
Yeah.
Now, Rakan is completely bronze, right? Like, there's no way you give him... Like, you're out of his range to give bomb or
Yeah.
passive, and he gives it to him again.
Yeah.
Now he gets wombo comboed. You guys have even had GP ults. Okay, yeah, your Rakan's completely boosted. And no one on your teammates is flaming him, which is fantastic. We love that. NT, this is fine. You ended up getting the wave, right? It's not the end of the world. Triss lost a wave.
Yeah.
You have tempo for dragon. This is fine. So the most important thing, again, is just gonna be like actions and consequences, right?
Mhm.
I just want to point out to you, playing a champion like Kai'Sa and playing it like Siva is not good for your development.
Yeah.
You need to solve the problem on, do they have cooldowns? Who's stronger? Am I afraid of nothing? Or am I afraid of something? If I'm
Yeah.
afraid of something, how am I going to play around it? That's all your cognitive process.
Yeah.
You need to be fine losing games by taking fights that are losing. But at the same time, don't lose your mind and just fight every time.
Yeah. Don't just end.
Fight for a
Don't have
reason.
A reason to fight. Yeah.
Correct. And if you don't have a reason, don't fight. But when you're
Yeah.
reviewing, find the reason.
Yeah.
If you can do this, you will climb really quick. And it
Yeah.
sounds like a simple skill, but it's super hard. It's super complex.
Yeah.
Now, how can we reduce your mental stack so you can concentrate better on it? Stop playing so many champions.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Right? Like, let's get an autopilot on so that you know the range, you know how to all in, you know how to play the 1v1 in certain matchups, everything's fine,
Yeah.
everything's
I'm putting
happy.
zero thought into the champions.
Yeah, right now you're like, shit, I don't know when to use Q, my W might not hit, like,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
adding
trying to-
variables that
yeah.
are stopping you from improving fundamentally.
That
Now,
makes sense. Yeah.
when is it good to improve your champion pool? Well, one, when you've worked on your fundamentals already, and two, when you're playing against players that will teach you fundamentals.
By punishing me. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Like, if I started playing... So what I used to do, right? And I'll give you one last example before we finish up. Okay. I got flamed a lot in EU, and I got flamed a lot when I played pro in Australia for a specific reason, okay? And I was very selfish, okay? And I got flamed
Yeah.
because I would first-time champions in challenger games.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to play against a master player on my new champion.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means. I don't know what that means. I'm laning against them, and now I have to review for them and me. I have to figure out what
Yeah,
the
you
enemy
have
should
to-
have punished me better. Dude, I have enough to focus on with my character.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So I would play champions for the first time in Challenger. I would run the game down. I would learn heaps. And my teammates would be like, wow, you griefed me to learn your new character. And I would be like, yeah. Right?
Yeah.
That's how I took my practice. I thought that was the best for me. It was a selfish approach.
Yeah.
Did my teammates suffer for it? Yes. Do I apologize for it? Yes. But it's a fake apology because I'll do it again.
Yeah.
So, do you understand my point?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Good. Alright. Let's finish up there for today.